What's up, fellas? Let's get right into it. Today's topic is, am I just that special? Or is she for the streets? That's right. I know in this dating space, you've heard countless teachers, experts telling you, hey, listen, you're the prize, you're the catch. They have to have genuine burning desire for you. Yeah, that's great and all, but how do you know if they did all that simply because you really are their Prince Charming? You are the catch. They see you as all the way up there in that position, that prize to be won over. How do you know that? Is she really seeing you as her number one option? Or is she simply for the streets? She's a 304 who isn't actually breaking rules just for you, who isn't going home with you on that first date, but rather she does it for all. All those sweet nothings that she whispered in your ear on that first date saying, listen, I don't do this for everyone. I don't normally do this. Once she goes home with you, she goes, listen, I don't know what came over me. I really don't do this at all. This is not me. Do you tell yourself, oh yeah, hell yeah. Listen, I'm that dude, man. Or are the gears actually turning in your head going, hold up a second. What's going on here really? Now, I've had some friends who told me, yeah, if a girl goes home with him on the first night, oh, he'll take it. But he definitely won't feel the same about the woman afterwards. Hell, some even told me they're just not interested anymore. And I'm like, really? It's like, yeah, she's just too easy. I'm like, okay, that certainly makes sense. Because when it comes down to psychology, things we actually have to work for, that we place value in, that we actually toiled, labored for, we naturally put more stock into it. If things come too easy, like someone just gifted you a Lambo, sure, you'll be like, awesome, yeah, I'll take it. But you definitely won't baby it, cherish it, as if you were to shell out the money yourself. That goes hand in hand with everything in life. Things that you had to pour blood, sweat, and tears over, you will naturally value more than if it came to you free of charge, easily. Things you didn't have to feel pain and suffering over. So yeah, if a girl makes it too easy for you, naturally, you probably go, well, damn. And that may not be true at all. You never really know. But the psychology, it plays games with you. Who knows? You might even get rid of a perfectly great woman who really is all that, all about you. That is why my remedy is, hey, more information is needed. Seriously. If you really like this girl, you see potential, you just gotta ride it out. I'm not saying ride it out for years and go all in, head first, all chips to the table. Of course not. That'd be ridiculous. But I'm saying, you gotta give it some time to marinate, to really see more actions, so you can gather more data to plot on that graph. Get an average, a range, a median, to see what exactly is the trend. Makes sense, right? Just gathering 1, 2, 3 data points, that's not going to give you a well-encompassing picture. You won't get that holistic picture. Guaranteed. Hell, some may be anomaly. It could work easily the other way around. That's why you have to give it a set amount of time. And give yourself a couple weeks, a month, 2 months. Give yourself a timetable so you can properly vet that person. Now, of course, if you see some blatant red flags, then it's all too easy to eject. There are certain things that start off to begin with that you should have never even gotten yourself into the mess. I've recently watched this video where the guy was a friend in waiting. I mean, granted, he didn't make any moves, but he was an orbiter through and through. Waited for a year, and finally, when she broke up with her boyfriend, they got together. When asked about the guy, the girl did say, yeah, I thought he was cute. And the relationship she was in was already on a downward spiral. It was about to end. So she was like, all right, we'll see where it goes. But even though it may sound innocuous, it sounds perfectly fine, you have to know. Our minds, our emotions are fickle, are very nuanced. Things that we cannot explain or put into words. The gears have already been set into place. She said she already fancied the guy, thought he was cute when they befriended each other. So he was already on layaway, a possibility. And that's just further pushes the end along at a faster pace. When things are going down, you naturally start seeing your peripheries in a better light. The thing ahead of you is dark. So be more vigilant of the sides when it's brighter. And you see this new guy is like, ooh, okay, yeah. Yeah, he talks to me, listens to my relationship woes. Things are going down, and he's just been there for me. Naturally, it's an easy layup. It's an easy monkey branch. And that's what guys like us, you, gotta pay attention to. You've heard of that saying. How a relationship begins is how it ends. You set your own boundaries. Sooner or later, relationships always have their ebbs and flows. There's gonna be high points, there's gonna be low points. What happens when the low point comes? She's gonna have another male friend. And guess what happens? He's gonna be listening to her problems. Before you know it, it's already been written in the stars. It's already been fated. Your relationship's going downhill. But instead of addressing it with you, she's addressing it with a new friend. Oh, I know this all too well. Hell, if you watch my previous video, you know I had a best friend of 20 years. Before you knew it, before I knew it. My girlfriend at that time dipped on me, went with him. Never heard from those two ever again till this day. That's what began my journey. It really opened my eyes. But hey, that's their problem now. I'm glad something like this happened, because if you truly pay attention, there's always red flags in the beginning that you choose to overlook. You think I thought I was special. Yeah, she broke the rules for me. Yeah, I'm one of one. I'm one of a kind. Yeah, she was just that into me. And vice versa, the opposite rings true. She had plenty of red flags that I went, yeah, nah, that's just a one-time occurrence. It won't happen again. Well, okay, I gotta watch out for this, keeping this in mind. But on the second or third time it happens, I gotta address it and I gotta cut ties. But you know how it goes. Like I said, it's crucial that you set a timeline, a deadline, a hard stop. Because hey, as the time drags on, you will fall more and more into it because of one key thing here. One kryptonite, our emotions. Emotions are what prevents us from seeing logic. A one-time thing, sure. Second time, is it a coincidence or is it a habit? Is it their habit? And you gotta bring it up, you gotta address it. You gotta see how they handle it. Because hell, if they blow up on you, they go, hey, why you bring this up? You're pissing me off instead. Or, I've already forgot about the issue and you had to bring it back up. That just means it's all about them. The reason you brought it back up, the reason I brought it back up was because it was still bothering me. And rather than them going, oh, whoa, you still thinking about that? They took it as an attack, an affront on them, going, listen, you're just trying to ruin my day. Hey, if you see something like that, that's grounds for termination right then and there. So at the end of the day, like I said, everyone is different. We are all individual beings with different learned life experiences. So I can't tell you to set boundaries for 2 or 3 transgressions, a pattern. But you really have to look in yourself within and see, hey, what do I want out of this person? And you have to be able to extrapolate this to the future. Months later, years later down the road. If you're looking to get married, have a wife, start a family, this is, of course, paramount. So take what you will out of this. I hope you don't learn something here. But understand, you always gotta keep your eyes peeled. Keep your mind open. Are you really that special that she broke all the rules for? Or is she for the streets? Especially with how the relationship begins. If she cheated to be with you, oh, yeah, she broke the rules for you, all right. But like I said, once the rose-tinted glasses comes off, once the honeymoon phase ends and the relationship dips to a baseline level, no more of that great excitement riding that high, riding you. Oh, that's all gone. She's gonna be looking for somebody else. Yeah, you were special enough for them to cheat with. But you're not special enough to change them. Understand this. Nobody is special enough to change for. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.